Hey, everybody. You must be tuning in to learn about Lyme disease. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So, a couple precursors before we get started. First of all, I'm licensed to do EMS here in my state. So, anything I speak of during this video regarding medical stuff, it is not medical advice. I am merely speaking on my own personal experiences of Lyme disease. Secondly, as you can tell already, I have a speech problem to where either I stutter, I say the wrong word, or my mouth moves like a puppet and nothing comes out. And that is the Lyme disease. So let's go ahead and get started. So today, uh, we're going to talk about insurance and Lyme disease. Now, I am not an insurance salesman. I'm just speaking based on my experiences to date. So this is very important information for you and your family. So go back years ago. I used to ride a motorcycle, and I rode all year round, rain, sleet, ice, snow, you name it. So I decided to purchase a private disability policy, and I think that was back around 2009. It was about $67 a month. So that particular insurance policy, the reason why I bought it was, hey, if I ever go down on the bike and I can't work for 3 months, I have some extra money coming in. So now, fast forward to 2025, I get diagnosed with Lyme disease. I've got severe brain fog. I got fatigue all the time. I've only had 8 days of being able to walk, which is why I'm standing. And I contact the insurance company. I fill out all the paperwork. You know, give them access to all the medical records, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, so we are not going to pay you until you are out of work for 12 months." Yeah, and when I sat down, I did the math. 67 dollars since 2009 is almost 12,000 and something dollars. So here I've paid this organization almost $13,000, and they're not going to pay anything until you're out of work for an entire year. So keep that in mind if you get a private di- di- disability insurance. The other thing to keep in mind too is uh, if I should become recycled before that date, which would be November of 25, because my Lyme disease started in November of 24. If I should pass and I'm no longer here, there's no payout. If I become better and I am able to return to work, there is no payout. So I used to do presentations on business ethics and white collar crime, and the more I learned about this policy this late in the game, the more I was like, this sounds shady as hell. Then on top of that, when you're disabled, what's one thing that you can't do? You can't work. So if you can't work, you don't have any money. So you still have to cover 12 months of your policy and your premiums, because if you stop paying, guess what? They're not going to make a payout. And I kind of got a funny feeling at the end of the game that they're going to try and play games to where they don't have to make a payout. The other thing to keep in mind is my Lyme disease was actually contracted in North Carolina while searching for the missing. I was down there on behalf of a fire division, and the fire division has insurance. And of course, I submitted paperwork with them, and we're still kind of doing this back and forth thing. And I can't say it's all the insurance company, because then the hospital was kicking back. So, for example, you fill out some of these forms. I electronically signed it on a PDF. I send it back to the insurance company. They send it to the hospital. Then the hospital sends it back to the insurance company, saying that they don't accept electronic signatures. So then I call the hospital today, and I'm like, hey, our state authorized electronic signatures under state law like 5 or 6 years ago, and they're like, oh, well, yeah, now we will accept it. So then I got to email the insurance company back. Then the insurance company has to resend it to the hospital. Just all these freaking games, right? So keep that in mind when you're facing the Lyme disease issues. You're going to be facing a lot of these issues with disability claims. Now, the other thing to keep in mind from a Social Security standpoint, you're looking at 3 months to 18 months before federal disability will kick in. And then I found out that Social Security does not recognize Lyme disease. So what that means is if you have a speech issue like I do, now you're not just going to go through your infectious disease doctor. Now you're going to go through a neurologist to document and articulate in the medical records that your speech issues or your brain fog issues or your cognitive skills, like not being able to read sometimes, those all have to be documented by the neurologist, because Social Security will not just cover Lyme disease as a blanket illness to my knowledge. The other thing is, like my leg blowing up, it happens in cycles. So when it blows up, the pain is so excruciating, you literally just want to lose your lunch type thing. So obviously now I have to go to a different doctor to get the leg documented, right? So keep these things in mind with respect to your disability. If I had it to do over again with respect to the private disability insurance, I probably should have just taken the $65 a month that I was paying to them and just put it in a savings account somewhere and just forgot about it. The other thing financially with respect to Lyme disease is the majority of us, me and you, we are what I call performers, right? And what I mean by that is every day we get up and we go to work. Either we work from home or a physical location. So there's a set time that we have to be there. There are certain tasks that we have to perform, and we have to work with others on a team in order to reach an end goal to make the company money, right? That's how business works, right? So if you're suffering from severe fatigue, you're not waking up, you're sleeping 2 hours one night, and then you're sleeping 14 hours the next day. And some days you can't walk, and some days you can't talk right, and maybe some days you can't read. It makes it very difficult to be a performer, right? So I have had to start shifting how I think about how I keep the lights on. How do I keep the water flowing? How can I possibly generate income to keep my family alive when I'm no longer the performer that I used to be? Here's some ideas that may be able to help you. If you are a graphics specialist or a video editor, anything involving social media, you may have the opportunity to create content on your good days, and then that content survives on your bad days. Now, to kind of bring that home is, if the Lyme disease is impacting you like me, and say you have 3 weeks of hell and you have 1 week of good, during that 1 week of good, you have to try and produce as much content as possible that's going to bring you in revenue. In addition to your social media exposure, uh, you have to find other ways to generate income while you're down. So that could be T-shirts, it could be coffee mugs, it could be I don't know, little support pins. It could be a whole bunch of stuff. Uh, in my case, the reason why it's called the Donkey Bean Show is here I was, first responder for 14 years, serving my community, not only through that realm, but also through the nonprofit realm. And I hit a very rough time to where I needed help. There was a donkey about 15 miles from us that raised like $80,000 on GoFundMe, and I thought to myself, well, isn't this a big kick in the ass? I got a donkey raising over $80,000, and you have a first responder who's struggling. That's just the way our society is. But the reason why I wanted to make this video is with respect to your insurance, make sure that you understand your disability insurance before you become disabled. 2, your savings will go really, really quick. Not only your initial savings in your savings accounts, but your 401ks, retirements, all that stuff. I mean, it's just going to go like that. So do your best to find ways to generate revenue or generate income coming in that that can happen when you're down and out. If I had it to do over again, I would have found those revenue streams when I was healthy and not try and navigate these waters when I've got brain fog and when I'm fatigued. Because trying to navigate these waters now, it's the difference between being in a speedboat and being in a fishing boat with a trolling motor that's got a shit ton of seaweed and stuff stuck in it. Because when you're healthy and you're shooting towards that goal, you can be in the speedboat, man, just roaring down across the lake and getting to your goal. Once you wait until the brain fog and the fatigue and all these other things set in, or the days that you can't walk, it's really, really slow to reach that goal, right? So I wanted to share the insurance aspects with you guys, and also keep in mind that once you get diagnosed with Lyme disease, Lyme disease has the ability to impact your body in ways that you can't understand. It can attack your organs, it can attack your heart, it can cause blindness, all sorts of neurological issues. There's a lot of things that Lyme disease can impact, and I guarantee you that your life insurance will probably be impacted. So if you're like most people and you have life insurance through your employer, when you get Lyme disease, you may not be able to work anymore, and then your life insurance is gone. You feel me? And then when you go to get life insurance, right, they're going to find that Lyme disease on your medical records, and I guarantee you your rates will probably be a hell of a lot higher. So get Lyme disease while you're healthy, not, sorry, don't get Lyme disease while you're healthy. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Get life insurance when you're healthy, not after you're diagnosed with something that's going to be a lifelong disorder, right? Because your rates are going to be a hell of a lot higher. So anyway, I will leave you guys with this. Stay strong in your Lyme disease. Keep fighting. And when I woke up this morning, I knew I was a winner. When I put my head on that pillow tonight, I'm still a winner. Everything that happens in between is just a lesson for tomorrow. So take care, guys.